Hi everybody, and welcome to the channel of Cod and Hope for Hope.
Hello everyone, welcome to this gorgeous November day. So I figured it'd be a good day to go around doing some prospecting for my job as a real estate agent. And I decided, why not bring you guys along with me? It might be fun. It's just one of the parts of the job, and it's a big part of the job because to be able to sell houses or find homes for people, people need to seek your services, right? And how can they seek your services if they don't know you exist? In order to put our name out there, to get people interested to come find us, we do prospecting. So some of the ways that we can do that, we can cold call people. I don't like to cold call because I myself don't really appreciate when people call me out of the blue to try to pitch me something that I'm not interested in. So I don't do cold calling. Another way you can go about prospecting is going door to door. That's something else I don't want to do. Basically, I'm not a big fan of anything that's too aggressive. I don't want to take up people's time. If they're not interested, then I don't want to waste their time. You could also hand out flyers, and that's actually something that I'm going to go and do today. So I'm going to put them in the mailboxes. I believe that's a less aggressive tactic because if they're not interested, all they have to do is toss it. So one other point is that in France, you're actually not allowed to hand out advertisements if they have it marked on their mailbox that they don't want any publicity. So they'll say, pas de pub, s'il vous plaît, or pas de pub. It means no publicity. There are ways around that. Like you could write a letter to the person, and as long as it's addressed to them, you can get away with it, but I'm not gonna do that today. Come along with me, I'm gonna hand out some flyers, and I'm gonna show you some beautiful parts around Montbéliard. Okay, right now we are headed towards one of my favorite places in the town. So the Parc de Miches is on top of a hill in the town that overlooks the town. There's actually a lookout tower that we can go to and get a nice view. And from here, it's got about a 270-degree view of the town. You can see the castle, you can see Parc près de la Rose, you can see along the canal and the river. Okay, we're up here, and let's check it out. I've already walked by a few houses, no luck so far. They say, pas de publicité, s'il vous plaît. Parc des Miches behind me, which I will show you in a little bit. And then I'm currently walking down this beautiful little road, and look at the view I've got in front of me right there. It's part of the castle, some of the castle buildings. And then if I walk over here to the right, you'll see the castle emerge. There it is. Castle right there. And then you've got the Peugeot factory behind it, where they make a lot of the Peugeots, including the popular 5008. That's that big, larger SUV that comes in up to 7 seats. One of my favorite places in the town, like I was saying. So over to the right, you've got the Église Saint-Marboeuf, and then behind it is the Montbéliard, with the fort on top, Fort du Montbéliard. And then you've got this cute road that goes all the way down, kind of winds around back to the church. Nice view. Like I was saying, one of my favorite places in Montbéliard. There are also some of my favorite homes here, like reminds me of Hollywood Hills. Here's the road. And homes lining that road. These beautiful trees have a gorgeous view, and some of them are very modern and sleek, very large pools with a view, hot tubs, giant windows. Be nice to get one of those. So walking down the path here is on the back side of the Parc des Miches. There's a lot of places for kids to play here. A lot of nice little secluded playgrounds. In the summer, this one gets a lot of shade. And I don't know if this is like an old rampart, an old wall of some kind of fortress, or if this was a fortified area. As you see, the path keeps going off into the distance, winds around, and there's a few more areas. I'm actually doing a lot better than I expected so far. Now we're going into the park. Gorgeous fall colors still. I don't know if you can see in the distance the view. And then over here you've got Église Saint-Marboeuf. And all along this street, hidden behind the hedges and fences, are gorgeous homes with breathtaking views of the city, or town I should say. And this beautiful park It's pretty much their front yard. Nice big trees in front of this property. And here's the other end of the park with another playground down here. There you go. Bonjour.
Excusez-moi.
As I was walking up here to show you guys the observation tower, I just bumped into two very nice ladies. One was French from here. She works at Stellantis here, which is the Peugeot factory. And the other was with Stellantis from Frankfurt, Germany. And she actually didn't really speak French, so she only spoke English and German, I'm sure. And so we were able to communicate, you know, between the three of us. I was speaking French to the nice lady that was from here, and then English to the lady from Frankfurt. It's a very international town, Montbéliard, actually. There are a lot of cultures, and in 2024 was the culture capital of France. There's a cool little fact for you. And there you go, you see? It really opens up once we get up here. If you look all the way in the distance, you've got the Vosges Mountains. It says we can see the viaduct of the TGV line, which is about 15 minutes to the TGV train station, a Belfort-Montbéliard TGV train station. You can see the large Peugeot factory, which is just off of the highway, the A36. And then on this side, you've got the park, looking down onto Parc de la Banane, and then Fort du Montbéliard behind it. Let's head back down to the car and go to our next location so we can try to drop off some more flyers. You know, something else that I just realized, which is pretty cool, is that when I'm out filming, holding the camera up like this, talking to myself, it catches people's attention. It's not the first time, like these two nice ladies that I just bumped into stop me and ask what I'm doing, what I'm filming for, and that opens up the conversation to introducing ourselves. I didn't realize that actually filming, it not only helps me show the area of Montbéliard, but also gets people interested in what the heck I'm doing and wanting to talk to me about it. So it's pretty cool. It's a good little icebreaker, actually. So right now we are driving around the old Peugeot neighborhood. It's a bunch of houses that used to belong to the Peugeot employees back in the day, but it's a cute little neighborhood area. It kind of circles around. It's called Citadelle. I'm just gonna park here. It's a tiny car, we'll be fine. Okay, I'm gonna show you this park that also has a nice view, another nice view. It's a nice thing about being in a hilly area, right? Let's go check out the view. What do you guys think? Pretty little park. You can see my shadow down there. Hi. Bonjour. If you look at this apartment building up here, we were just on the other side of that. Behind it, that was Parc de Miches. This is on the north side of Montbéliard. As I said, we are near the Citadelle area. La Chiffonne et la Citadelle. Chiffonne is this area. This is a pretty park too. And they do take good care of it. You can see the bushes are trimmed. Got a beautiful afternoon lighting. So very cute homes in this area. Like I said, this is the Citadelle. And as you can see, they all have a very similar style, but a lot of charm too. It's very cute. And especially the homes where people put up a lot of flowers or have freshly painted shutters. I'm gonna go hand out flyers and I'll probably see you in the car for our next neighborhood. Kind of surprised that was a really successful walk through this neighborhood. It was about 90% of the houses didn't have a stop PUB, so I was able to hand out a ton of flyers. Okay, on to the next neighborhood. And we're here to one of my other favorite neighborhoods in Montbéliard. This one is called the Montbéliard area. We've got a hill with farmland. You'll see a lot of cows out there. And beyond that is just nature. What I like about this neighborhood, we have large streets, ample parking, street lights, sidewalks, and a lot of modern homes. It's a pretty new neighborhood. And I wasn't kidding when I said there's a farm right there, look. If you live in this neighborhood, you've got nature on your doorstep. You've got a forest, you've got pastures, farmland, and you're still in the city. You're still in the Montbéliard city limits. Okay, let's do some prospecting. It's going pretty well so far. I've been handing out a lot of flyers. I don't have too many left to hand out. This is a really nice part of the neighborhood here. You can see the forest in the back. Some of these houses are very unique, very cool architecture style. Wouldn't you like to wake up to that in the morning? Sit at your little kitchen table for breakfast, looking out the window, and yet you're in this modern neighborhood Another nice home here, back to farmland. It's a really cool neighborhood. If anyone's looking, let me know. Cows in the field, and I'm hearing them mooing right now in the distance. That's so cool. Okay, we're pretty much done for today, everybody. So I'm gonna go up here and turn around, and we are going to head back home. I gotta pick up Carter from school soon. I hope you guys enjoyed coming around with me. I just wanted to show another part of daily life in France. It's not all just going to be, rainbows and butterflies. Part of life and living in France is that we have to make money just like anybody else. We have to work and find a way to make this happen. So yeah, if you enjoyed that, I'll like to show you some more days like this. I'll show you other neighborhoods around Montbéliard. Maybe you'll even want to move to this area. And if you do, I can help you find a place to live. I can help you find a house. Or maybe you live around here and you want to sell your house. Hey, I'm your guy. I make some pretty cool videos. I don't know if you've seen my house video, but I think it turned out pretty good. For you French people out there watching this, I hope that my style of prospecting made you happy. It's just not my style to cold call people or go to door knocking. I don't want to take up any of your time. You could be in the middle of something, cooking dinner, and I knock on your door and now you're burning something in the oven because I'm trying to convince you that you need to sell your house that you don't even want to sell because you're not even in the market. Or I could call you guys in the middle of dinner or in the middle of a soccer match. I hate that. I hate when people just disrupt you like that. So I want to be non-intrusive. I just want to be respectful of your time. And that's why I'm going around with the flyers, handing them out. It just takes a second of your time. You look at it. If you're interested, you can look into it some more. If you're not, don't worry about it. At least you didn't waste any time. And to all the French people that had the no pub, pas de pub, stop pub, I was respectful of that as well. I did not put a single flyer in your mailbox. Don't worry. Maybe you are watching this channel and you don't want to hear about real estate stuff. In that case, I'm sorry. It's not all about that. I'm just showing you little parts of what life is like living in France.
Hi everybody, and welcome to the channel of Cotton Hope for Hope.
How was your day today?
Great. We didn't do much work, and we did a lot of numbering. Guys, we're gonna go over a speed bump. Ready? And 3, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. Whee! I love this little car. We did lapin. We were just walking one foot, and we were walking like a lapin. And then we played another game, and there was 4 turtles, and then 4. How do you say renard in French?
You mean fox?
What?
Fox? Renard?
Foxes. Yeah, and other kids were foxes, and then the foxes, they can't eat the turtle on its back because the turtle is with shell. So we have to try to flip them over, and if they do, they won. But surprisingly, I was really late, and I was really late for a little kid. Well, I wasn't trying very hard. It was kind of fun actually being pushed over. Well, bye guys. See you soon.
Bye. See you soon.
I just said that.